Scorpio, this is going to be your weekly tarot card reading for the week of September 23rd through the 28th, 2024. If you don't connect with this, hopefully there is a collective weekly pick a card for you to check out. Hopefully that uploads because it's giving me enough problems. So if you don't connect here, either check your rising or your moon sign if you're looking specifically for relationship issues. Even if it's not a relationship reading, you may connect with your moon sign reading, or it may give you some insight to help you work through that. So card 1 for Scorpio for the beginning of your week. Hopefully your week has started out better than mine. And card 2 for the middle, and card 3 for the last part of it. And then we will also pull clarifiers if they fall out or if I feel like it is necessary. So for the beginning of the week, you start off with the Hangman in the reverse position. And you're fearing that you're going to have to leave something behind that you don't. It may feel like it's not yours to leave behind. Like it's in the other person's control, or it's in somebody else's control whether or not you leave it behind. And you may feel like you're stagnating because you're waiting on their decision. You may also be waiting for something else to come in before you let everybody know that you have both feet on the ground. You have something that you're using for stability right now, but you do have something else that you could utilize to get ahead much farther than anybody is aware of. Much better to keep all of that information behind your back, hidden, where nobody else can have an opinion about it. You may try to utilize some information to either manipulate you into staying or choosing the wrong path so they can judge you for it. And the World just popped out, so I'm going to put that right there between the Hangman reversed and the Two of Swords reversed. The Two of Swords reversed looks like you have a lot of options, but two that you are considering. You have a lot of emotion behind this, but you're trying to make a head-over-heart decision right now. What is the practical decision, and what will you benefit the most out of? What are you willing to cut other people out of, and is that something you should even worry about? If you've worked on something, if you've been working on something and you've come to a completion spot in your life where you could either suddenly retire, where you could suddenly uproot what you consider to be your entire life and start over someplace else, that could shock a lot of people around you because they don't know what you've been doing. They've seen you as this hangman figure, but they haven't been seeing you correctly. You've been doing a lot of things behind everybody's back, and while they may seem to discount everything it is that you do, they may have the inkling that you have been hiding something. They might think that's a dark secret that they can use to manipulate you, though. That may be why you're considering this, uprooting your life and starting over, but You're trying to consider exactly everything it is that you want to take with you. You do have a Queen of Cups, and there is something emotional that you have with another person that you want to address, but you would have to let them know what was going on in order to fully address it, and you don't want to do that. This could be someone that's codependent on you. And while you may not mind supporting them, you are wondering if they're not just using you. And that as soon as you stop helping them, or as soon as they don't find you useful, if they're just going to leave you anyway. This is definitely bringing out some feelings of insecurity in you in the relationship, not in yourself, because you know what you're bringing to the table. You're also kind of wondering if she's just not, if this is a woman, it could be a male too, but if this isn't just a manipulative figure that is using the emotional connection that you feel that you have with them to get what they want. You may make a very strong advance towards this person. Without acknowledging them, without telling them what you're going to do, you may just, if you're in a long distance relationship and you are just deciding to pick up everything and show up in their vicinity, but not right on top of where they are, not expecting to stay with them. You do just feel like picking up and all of a sudden showing up in their vicinity to see exactly how they would react and where things would go naturally, but you're not sure how to do that without giving away the position that you're in right now. This could be a position of great wealth or great flexibility in what it is that you can do. I kind of hear someone telling you beggars can't be choosers, but you want to look at them straight in the eye and say, well, I'm not a beggar and I will be as choosy as I please. Thank you very much. I wasn't asking you for anything anyway. You may want to tell somebody off this week. That seems like it's in the latter part of the week, but it doesn't feel like it's that person. It's somebody else that's butting in and deciding that they have a say in your life. And as much as you want to tell them off, I see you trying to pull back on that because this person doesn't deserve the time of day from you. I would say if you're going to see somebody specific, keep your eyes on the prize and keep your eyes focused directly on who it is that you're there to spend time with or communicate with. If you've been separated from your mother lately, or an aunt or a mother figure in your life, you may be going to check up on them and deal with them. Now, it feels like they need something, but they don't want to ask you for it, and they don't want to tell you what it is either. So just kind of keep an ear out to find out what that is. Maybe something going on health-wise that they don't want to discuss with you because they don't want to stress you out about it. If that is the case, though, there is someone else there that's overbearing and or just a problem that you don't want to deal with, but they have a certain relationship with this mother type figure that you don't see the purpose in. And even if you ask this mother figure or mother what the deal was with that, they probably just shrug it off and be like, oh, that's just how they are. In reality, the mother figure is trying to make up for something, but also may possibly be trying to cover her ass. Something could have happened to them. Something else could be going on where they've given this person full control and they don't want to admit to it. And this could be stressing this other person out, which is why they're acting the way that they are. This may be because this medical issue that this woman is dealing with is something like dementia or Alzheimer's, and while they seem to have it under control and you won't see it right away, you'll see glimpses of it. This really comes off as someone that has sundowners. If you deal with someone with Alzheimer's, dementia, or if you've ever dealt with anyone like that, one of the symptoms of it is sundowners, which whenever they'll have episodes, or they'll act out, or they'll have a kind of psychotic break, manic episode, where they will either become suddenly violent, they will disassociate from the reality of their current life, they'll regress to their younger childhood life, they'll start calling people mama and daddy, or a nickname that they had for any siblings whenever they were growing up. Even if the person doesn't look anything like them, there's something about them that triggers that core memory of that sibling. And that's what they're connecting with. They can't connect with reality, and that's where their brain and their cognition is taking them. And you might, after spending a very lucid, very practical day with this person, even just going out to lunch with them, and then take them home and starting to spend the evening with them, whenever you get ready to leave, you may start to witness one of these sundowners syndrome episodes. And then everything will be a little bit more clear to you. You won't necessarily know what to do about anything, but you'll start looking at things a little bit differently. I don't have anything else coming out for you right now, Scorpio, so you can check your other reads, or you can check the collective. Hopefully that's up within the next hour, so it should be also for the September 23rd through the 28th. So if you do come into contact with this kind of a situation, try to be understanding of everyone involved, and don't freak out necessarily at first blush. Try and just react to the situation at hand and roll with it as far as you can to keep the peace. When you witness this, you may start to understand exactly why it is that the other person that's dealing with this person that you've gone to see, why it is that they've had the kind of attitude, why they look the way that they do. They could be emotionally and mentally and physically exhausted. They could need a break and not know how to ask for help, or not have anybody to ask for help from. because of the paperwork involved, because of, you know, and who knows how the finances are. They don't qualify for state assistance, and they don't trust anybody else in the home because of a bad situation prior to this. And that's why it's only been these two together. So patience is a virtue that you may have to tap into this week, Scorpio. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a heads up. This is just my promo. If you would like dailies, weeklies, monthlies, I am trying to get everything sorted out, although you wouldn't be able to tell it by today. So there's plenty of collective and pick a card readings there too on my channel. If you'd like to check those out, please like and subscribe.